Yeah, yeah. Right, right. I mean, it's one of those things where, um, you know, markets, the markets will eventually mete out justice, regardless of what that may be. That is the market does do that. That is our bailiwick. That's what we live by. So, you know, so let me ask you, Allie, you're newer to the business. What is a property worth? What is a property worth? Hey, you know what, Josh?
Yo.
I don't mean interrupt. I'm gonna try this morning to emulate you. What do I? I'm gonna try and do better with my people that are coming in.
Yeah.
So, like, Hayden, what's up? Ed, what's up? Okay. So I'm gonna try and watch this, and it's gonna be ham-handed. So if anybody says anything I need to know, let me know. Okay. All right. So, it's what you can finance it for. Think that through for a minute. I was teaching a class at the board one time, and I asked somebody, "What is a house worth?" What would you say a house is worth? Well, fuck, I just gave you the answer, Hayden. But if you think that through, that really is true, right? And so currently, that's why things are so different in our market right now, because that is true. It always has always been true, will continue to be true, but the market right now is giving us something that looks different than that. So I've always said that a house is worth what you can finance it for. Well, then the theory would be, if interest rates go up, what happens to values? They should come down, right? Because it's now costing you more to finance it, which means it would be worth less. So, for example, if mortgage payments were, $15,000 a month for a $200,000 house, nobody would bet. You see what I'm saying? How that works? So the inventory has kept it where prices right now are staying where they are, even though the cost to borrow has gone up. But I still submit that it's true anyway, because the cost to borrow doesn't have anything to do with interest rates.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, please explain to me.
Depth a little more.
So I would submit to you, and this is just me, this is my theory, and there may be other people out there that disagree, but it's wages that really determine values of property. Okay? So if you don't have a job and you have a pile of cash, then what's your limit on what you can pay for a property? However much cash you got, right? So in that case, the cost to finance is zero. So the price on the upside is unlimited only by the amount of cash that you have. If you have a society where everyone has earned income and they can't pay cash for their house or their car or whatever the case may be, then I don't care if the rate's 37 or 2. Doesn't matter. In the end, the amount of disposable income that a person has to provide housing for themselves, that's the limit. So if you're going to sell houses to the majority of people in Rutherford County and the median income is $67,000, I don't care how you slice it, what the rate is, what the purchase price is, whether they rent, buy, none of that matters. All that matters is you're only going to be able to sell so many units to a demographic that's got that amount of disposable income to pay for housing, right? Anyway, just a random thought. Okay, so let's get to the show this morning. I'm not used to seeing you here this morning, man. Thanks for coming. What are you thankful for?
I am thankful that I'm waking up a little earlier and getting to the office earlier and getting my day started a little earlier.
What made you think about doing that?
Just running out of time in parts of the day.
Reclaiming a little more time, feeling like your rhythm and getting some more stuff done before you get to the middle part of the day.
So
I
I'm
like
thankful
that.
for the day.
All right. Ed, what are you thankful for?
Something maybe going under contract.
Oh, nice. Getting to something under contract. I like that.
I'm talking about
That's right. Josh, what are you thankful for?
hit a bench PR.
Okay, what was it? Or is that something you say or don't say? Or is
So,
that?
yeah,
Oh, okay, what you?
210 pounds.
Sweet. All right. Let's give a round for that, man. I like that.
Bragging on myself.
That's it. I like that. Now, where's your little partner in crime this morning? He said, or what I heard was, he's at the doctor.
Yes.
I think we all know we don't know what that is, right? But anyway, tell him I said hello when you see him, if we see him again. Trish, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for the opportunity I have today, just to meet people and help people.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. You're super important. You're a big deal. Allie, what are you thankful for this morning?
I'm thankful I got to catch up with some friends I haven't seen in a couple weeks that we usually hang out every week.
Did they owe you money? Oh, just kidding. Hey, I'm glad to run you down, man. It's been a minute. Were they high school friends, friends you grew up with, or just work friends?
I met them at Carrabba's, and we've gotten really close over the years. So
Oh, very good. You know, I was thinking the other day, I was like, looking at my situation, I was like, my work-life balance is a little off right now. So I had a friend call me, a guy that I'm friends with, I have some fun with, get in some trouble with, and do some business with. And he was like,
Started yesterday. I saw it.
he was like, hey girl, did we break up? You never come and see me. Kids are wondering where daddy is, And I was like, hey, look, man, it's just been like that a little bit. We're in that season of life where things have been a little imbalanced. So I love you. I've also become one of those people now in my life that is a 52-year-old man. If there's somebody in my life that I love, then I'm not shy about telling them. And sometimes I know some of the people in my life, they are used to this now. And I'm talking about other 52-year-old men, like say what you want, but what I'm trying to tell you is you never know when you won't have the chance to tell somebody that you love them. And you need to take that opportunity. And if you're a person in my world that I love, you're going to hear from me. And I'm probably going to hug you. I'm a hugger. COVID was hard on me. I'm a, you know what I mean? So at any rate, I was like, hey, I love you. I just have been out of balance a little bit lately. It's pretty cool to have somebody in your life because as people that are in sales and people that are in service businesses like we all are, what is the number one thing that we think of? We think of everybody else before ourselves because ultimately we know if we don't help other people, then we're not going to be of value. If we're not of value or service, then we really don't have anything to help them with. And so it's a little bit difficult sometimes for me to remember that and to know that everybody else remembers that as well. But at any rate, okay, so love everybody here this morning. Topic of the show is, are you a big deal? 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 Who in your life is a big deal? Is there somebody, you don't have to say it out loud, but just think about people in your life that are a big deal.
A big deal to me or a big deal?
A big deal.
Because Sebastian's a big deal to me.
He's a big deal.
He is
He's a big deal.
He is.
As my good friend Tommy Davidson says, big deal. Hey, Shannon, got any deals? I love that. Got any deals? I love it, baby. I love it, baby. Are you a big deal, Trish? Yeah. What makes you say that?
I don't know.
Because you don't want to be a small deal? It's like maybe just, I would kind of be like, yeah, I'm a big deal. But think about that a little bit deeper. Are you a big deal? Why is that?
I just feel like I have a lot to offer.
Okay. In what context?
Service, advice, counsel.
So who are some other people that are big deals? Who in your life is a big deal? We got Sebi. Sebi's a big deal.
Baxter.
Baxter's a big deal. Baxter's Josh's dog.
Okay.
Baxter's a huge
Huge deal. Big deal.
My whole family.
Whole family. Family's a big deal. Ed? What about professionally? Who do you guys see as a big deal? John C. Jones is a big deal. Tommy's a big deal. Big deal. Big deal. Big deal.
big old deal.
All right. So the message for today is about interconnectedness. And I was talking with a friend of mine yesterday who is also in real estate, referral partner, and he's having a challenge because the market is tough for transactions. He works in a higher end market. It's slowed down tremendously. And he was talking about how he's running into these different challenges and so on and so forth. So he's feeling a little bit beat up by the situation, right? Just kind of what the deal is. And so I took the opportunity to remind him that he's a really big deal. And he didn't quite understand at first because he wasn't thinking of it that way. He was thinking of, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of time now to beat up on myself, right? And it's hard to tell somebody if they're having a tough time, hey, don't beat up on yourself. Because, really you're doing the math and you're thinking, I get it. I understand what you're saying. But you're losing the fact of interconnectedness and what it really means. So the idea is whatever you're doing today, Trish, you're thankful for the opportunity. You just caught up with some friends. You're getting off to an early start. Ed's got something going under contract. He just said a PR. All these things are life itself bubbling up. I want to feel the energy in this room. I want you guys to understand that you are big deals. You're a big deal. And I don't mean that in a, hey, toot my own horn. I don't mean that in a, let me see your peacock cock. I'm not saying it in the sense of you're a bigger deal than anyone else. But why is Sebi a big deal?
Because he makes me better. Wanting to be a great example.
Okay, so if Sebi is a big deal, Sebi can't be a big deal without Hayden being a big deal.
Correct.
My parents were a big deal to me, but that never happens without me and my siblings. Your opportunities today do not mean anything to anyone ever. They only become a big deal because of the life you breathe into them. Without you, they don't even exist.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you with this today. The canvas, the paint, the artist, and the observer are all equally important. Now, get your ass out there and be a big deal. Van, get me out of here. Let's go.